Hi guys, this is Donna with Love Rocks, and we're back with a couple of Valentine rocks. We've got some hiding rocks as well as one to give away. So remember, if you're new to the channel, if you would like to be in the drawing for this rock, simply watch the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure and leave a comment under the video. That will automatically put you into the drawing for this rock that we're doing right now. So this rock is very easy and it's very versatile. I've done it with different colors. I've done it different times of the year. And then I've also done it with different silhouettes. So this silhouette we're going to do is a couple holding hands sitting on a bench, and then we'll have the balloon with the heart on it. And it's perfect for Valentine's. But you can change that to just about anything you want. So you figure out what you want for your background, and that's where you're going to start. Since this is for Valentine's Day, I wanted to use the colors that we would want for that particular holiday, but you can change this up. You can do different colors for fall. You can do different colors for summer. You can do winter colors. Not too long ago, we did kind of a silhouette on the mountain when it was snowing. So you pick the background that you want. And I thought this was so cute to do in reds and pinks and whites, and just have that background look very, very in the holiday spirit of Valentine's Day. And so I put on the white while it was still tacky. I did add the red and kind of blended that in. And then I took my brush and just lightly swept over the top of it so that it would really give the look of a faraway sunset if it were going to be this color. When you do these types of rocks, you want to get that background in exactly the way you want it. You want to make sure that the middle is the lighter part, but you want to make sure that you have plenty of color, because that moonlight that you're going to put in the middle, you don't want anything to blend with that white. So yes, we are using white on this, but we are going to make sure that we have enough pinks in it and enough reds in it that we will offset that moon when we get ready to put it on there. Once you get your background, you do need to let this rock dry. I am the world's worst at letting rocks dry between different stages, but you can't cheat on this one. You have to set it aside and allow it to dry completely, or you will have all of your colors are going to start mixing in. So you don't want to do that. You want to set it aside and let it dry. And I think I set it aside for maybe 30 minutes, and it was dry enough that I could start putting in my silhouette. So we're just going to put the black silhouette along the bottom, and I didn't want it to be just straight across. So, just a little loop-de-loop there of a heel, and you're going to completely black that out. Now, if you go to any one of your search engines and you Google or search for free silhouettes, you will find hundreds of silhouettes that you can use. And it'll give you ideas. They're free. They're not patented. And you can draw any one of those. And that's how I got this one. Once you get that bottom in, you're going to put in your moon, because your people silhouette is going to lay on top of that moon. So just like with anything else that you're painting, just in your mind, think about the stages of what's going to be laying on top of what, so that you do each step in the right order. And of course, those people are going to be sitting on top of that moon. You're going to see them. So you've got to get that moon in there first. So I just used white. I think this one's Wicker white, but you can use any of your white colors. And you're just going to get that moon in there real nice and heavy. Now, a moon is never just white. So we're going to take and make a tiny bit of gray, and we're going to give it just a little bit of shadowing in a couple of places, mostly just so it doesn't look like this flat white object, and it looks like there is some substance to it, that it's got some roundness to it. Also, like all of my videos, I will list the colors that I used in the description. And I'm doing 3 different rocks in this video. In those 3 rocks, I only used 4 colors. All 4 colors will be in the description. Now we're going to start with the bench. Super simple. You're just going to make that little rounded bench that they're going to be sitting on. Then you're going to add the 2 legs that's going to hold that bench. And you'll see why we wanted to kind of make that little hillside right there. Put in the legs. Now when people are sitting on that bench, you're going to see their legs from the back. So that's what these little V shapes are underneath the bench. It's just their legs underneath that bench. It is truly this easy and this simple. Okay, now we're going to start making the body of the woman on the left and then the body of the man on the right. And there's an arm around her shoulder and a second arm off to the right. And you're going to make that head just kind of round. You don't want it perfect because you're going to have, there's going to be hair on his head and it's going to look alive. And then the woman, you're going to make hers with just a little bit of wispy hair there. And a little bit of an arm that protrudes off there to the left. I hope you're getting the idea that this is a very simple silhouette. Not difficult to make at all. I just painted this in, but if you want to pause the video and sketch it in on yours, that's very good for anyone who wants to do that. Like I said, just pause this video and put it in. Now I'm doing the heart with just 2 round dots, fairly big size, and then taking my lining brush and pulling those dots down into a V for a heart. And that's going to be your balloon. And there's the string. We're going to put just a little bit of grass next to the bench. And remember, sky's the limit here. I put in pine trees because I love the mountains. But you could put in anything you wanted here. You could put pine trees in. You could put little smaller brush looking trees, little round trees. You could put in tropical trees. You could put in just anything you would like. You make it up as you go. I just tend to always fall back on pine trees. I love the mountains. I love pine trees. That's where my mind usually goes. But a palm tree would be adorable. And if you did a palm tree, you could actually have it sway up and over and kind of hang down across that moon a little bit. I hope that you're realizing how very simple this is, but how really cute it turns out. Like, this is a fun project. Now remember, this is the rock that we're going to be giving away. This particular rock, we only used 3 colors: engine red, matte black, and wicker white. But I will list that. And literally, there's your rock. The next rock is going to be some hiding rocks. Super fast, super easy, fun to do. Now, I did a couple of these ahead of time so that some of the paint would be dry. So as you're seeing me grab more rocks that have already been, have the paint dry on it, that is why. I wanted to make sure that, that things were drying in between. So I did use a pen to do some of the writing, and you can write anything you want on these. And then we're just going to put some large hearts that we're going to make into kind of balloons. And then we're going to offset it with a couple of smaller hearts that are just kind of floating around. And although this is simple, it's a little bit abstract, I'm not trying to outline each of those with black. When we get to that point, you'll see I'm just kind of slapping that black line on there, more in a, I don't have a better word for it other than abstract. It's not lining it, it's just throwing it on there, making some little lines as if it were a balloon floating right there. And then we'll put in a little bit of highlight on it. Nothing super exciting, but these make really adorable hiding rocks. They're fast, they're easy, you can put several of them together, but they look nice when you hide them. Again, with this rock, I only used 3 colors. I used the red, the black, and the white. And as you can see, you can easily and quickly go from rock to rock if you have already allowed the red hearts to dry. Also, if you look at the shape of these rocks, these are the rocks that I'm not going to paint murals on, gnomes, or anything that I'm going to do like a tutorial of something very detailed. I'm not going to use these rocks. They're very round. They've got a lot of edges to them. They're just extra rocks that I'm not going to use for really anything else. And I save those rocks because I can do these simple hiding rocks and they're perfect for it. These particular rocks are already white. I get them at my local garden store. I think you can get them at both Lowe's and Home Depot. They're out in the garden center. They come in a bag. And, you know, I couldn't tell you how many rocks are in a bag, but they're less than 25 bucks. There's a lot in there. There's a lot that you're just going to use for hiding. And then I might get 10 or 15 really good, round, smooth, flat rocks that I can do videos with. And then the rest of them I use all for hiding. And while we're on the subject, if you go to those stores and get rocks, they do come in several different colors. I've seen them in kind of a clayish red color. I've seen, of course, this color. And then The other color that I like to get is a dark charcoal color. So if I'm going to do a light colored rock painting, those darker rocks really work well. I hope you try some of these. These are super fun to do. They're easy. This is something you could get the kids involved in. You could get, definitely any beginner can do these. They're just quick, fun, easy rocks that you can hide. On the back, I usually use my pen to put our Facebook page on it so that if they are found, I encourage people to either keep them or rehide them and to post so we know where they've gone. It's kind of fun to see how far they get. So there you go. That's what they look like when you get done. Real cute rocks to find. Now this is the last rock that I made. This one I got off of a stenciling pattern that I found. I think I got it off of Google, and I just looked for free stencils, and there it was. And I decided to use that specific pattern, paint it in, and just kind of add my own wisps and colors, and it turns out cute. It's very bright and cheery. It's got the hearts on it, and this one looks really nice sitting, on a bench or on the ground. It really pops out when people are looking for rocks or when they're walking around and they find a rock. And when you've got all those dark colors laying on that white surface, it really does turn out pretty. I used 4 colors on this one. I used the red, the white, the black, and then I did throw in a little bit of baby pink. When I put the black wisps between the hearts, I felt like there was too much black, but I liked the black background, so I decided to bring in a little bit of that baby pink and just make a few more wisps over the top of it and lighten it up a little bit. Turned out great. I used the white to do the highlights around the edges of the heart. And again, when I used the black, I did not attempt to line those hearts with the black, kind of in an abstract manner. I just threw the edges around it. Sometimes it landed along the edge, sometimes it didn't. If I have time, I will try to throw out a short video on hiding these, just so we can get that out there. Guys, there's several rocks that have not been given to their owners because people have not gotten back to me and let me know where they need to be mailed to. So please check the videos afterwards if you have been in a drawing and it's been 3, 4, 5 weeks. I think right now I have 3 rocks sitting in my living room waiting for somebody to claim them, that I've put on I do put on the comments who won and who didn't win. So if you could go back to the last 3 videos, check your comment, make sure that you're not one of the winners. I would love to get these rocks out to people. I've probably got 5 or 6 rocks from last year that people didn't claim as well. So maybe we'll do some sort of a drawing this spring, and all the rocks that nobody has claimed, we'll put those out there. Maybe we'll do some sort of a contest and do drawings on those rocks. I honestly don't keep hardly any of my rocks. Once I do them, I want to get them out. I want to get them out to people. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this. And I hope you attempt to do these. Again, I had, I think, 3 rocks pre-painted so that the red would be dry by the time I got to it. And it would be a lot easier to do the lining and, you know, putting in all the little wisps and stuff. I didn't want to have to wait for all that red to dry. And again, I do believe that this would be an easy one for kids or beginners or anybody to really to play with. And look through different stencils and see if there's other things that you might like that's got little hearts and stuff. And then just start playing with them. Just, you know, have fun and make it up as you go. They don't have to look like mine. They can look like anything you want. I was just playing with these and I was like, well, dang, I think that's kind of cute, especially with all the different colors. Once you get it sprayed and glazed, it looks really cute. And for somebody who stops at a rest stop or a restaurant or a gas station and they find something like this, you know, that's the best part of it. You just hope that you made someone's day. Even if you never hear from them, I probably hear from about 5% of the rocks that I put out. Maybe even less than that. But when I share the story of doing it with people, I do hear people say, oh my gosh, I've heard of that. I think that is so neat. I would love to try that. So please, I hope you're hiding rocks. It's the best part of this hobby, honestly. Now that I'm working full time, I don't get to do it as often as I like, but I try to keep a box full of hiding rocks ready to go. And then anytime my husband and I go someplace, or if the grandkids come by, I'll give them to them. I'll give them to just about anybody that's going on a trip, and I have them just hide them wherever they're going. This is probably going to be the last Valentine Rock video that I do. We'll be moving into some other holidays soon. So there they are, guys. I hope you enjoy these. And remember, this is the rock that we'll be giving away. I wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. And we will be back in about a week. Thank you. Bye now.